Okay, you guys, so we are back with another video. We're going to talk about this Epstein file because, as you guys know, the DOJ released Epstein files over the weekend. That was Friday, and there were millions of entries involved, millions of names mentioned, and we know that millions of people did not commit the crimes, but it was a significant number of people. Now, the reason why I want to do a separate video on this is because I'm tracking the discussions on social media, and I notice there is a common pattern. People do not understand that the files are different from the list. The list of names, they have a sheet that includes the list of names. The list of names includes victims and victors, like people, not victors, but victims and the people who took part in activities against these victims, right? Some of the people that went to Epstein Island, they were not victims, right? They were adults who gave consent, willing participants, right? And it was like a string of events happening over there. I don't know how Epstein pulled that off, because when you go through it, if you're reading, there was so much going on, and it was going on for so many years, and you're wondering, so many people involved, how this missed the government. But what I want you guys to know is that this is going to ruin a lot of people's lives. It's going to ruin a lot of innocent people's lives, because I don't think the DOJ should have released the files like that. Even though they did a disclaimer, no one is paying attention to that disclaimer. No one is paying attention to that disclaimer where they say the information included in the file, they're unverified information, sensational as well. No one is paying attention to that. So the innocent people whose names were just casually mentioned, their lives are forever ruined. And these people, I don't know, because sometimes there are people that think with diplomacy, they might be looking at it and saying, we want transparency, but they're not giving you transparency. The transparency is the list that contains the actual victims, the willing participants, the people who were criminals against minors and young girls. There were some young girls, 18, 19, and in their 20s as well. So they're not going to give you the names of those people who did, sadistic acts and all those stuff. You are not going to get that information, because there are transactions, there are dates, there are appointments and all of that. That will never be released. The list that they pulled is just after people were reporting, and they just reveal all of that. But you see the ones that included the people who were actually crying, the people who were calling names upon names, and those names have connection and those names make sense. That list is not going to be revealed to the public. And I know that if you guys have been keeping up with Candace Owens, you guys would remember when Candace Owens said it. I saw someone on one of the videos that I did said that I'm a pedo lover, calling me a pedo lover. Like, the blood of Jesus against you. What are you talking about? Like, really, I am not going to sit here, as I've said before, I'm not going to sit here tearing down Jay-Z because someone said Jay-Z watched something and everyone is on Jay-Z, but the person who was mentioned to carry out the crime, Harvey Weinstein, his name is not being dragged through the mud. Elon Musk's name is not being dragged through the mud. Pusha T's name, isn't that very telling? I'm not going to sit here and be Jay-Z's judge, jury, executioner while everyone make good their escape. I'm not going to do that, because for me, I'm looking and I'm thinking, and I'm good at numbers. I'm good at maths, and anyone is good at maths and numbers. They're very much analytical people. I am pretty much critical, pretty much analytical, and I'm damn smart, highly intelligent, very educated. So I'm nobody's fool. I'm nobody's fool. You see, when it's suitable, you guys call Jamaica the R-word capital, the rape capital of the world. If I'm a female that lives in the rape capital of the world, why would I be a pedo lover? I don't play those games. I don't play those games. And I'm not going to remove that person's comment. I'm going to let your comment stay there. You know why? You are the person who is a pedo lover. I know you guys. I know you guys based on how you talk. I know you because a lot of them live in this country that I live in. I can tell when they walk. I can tell by how they dress. I can tell by their disposition when they open their mouth to talk, how they look. I can tell when they look. Yes, how they look at things and I can tell by so many things. I can tell by so many things who is involved in pedophiles. I can tell who is involved in pedophiles because there are many of them here. And trust and believe. Trust and believe. This is why when people are now on thread asking if it's safe to come to Jamaica, I'm saying yeah. Because they're saying people are dying in Jamaica, and I'm saying, yeah, people are dying in Jamaica. But it's not innocent civilian. It's gunmen. Over 26 of them have been killed by the police since the start of the year because of the new government crime fighting strategy, and it is working. It is working. So kids are safer, men are safer, women are safer. I don't know what you people think, but let me tell you something. I keep my side of the street clean. People will always tell me that I act like I'm perfect in real life. I don't act like I'm perfect. I get up every day and I do my best to be perfect. Not for you, but for me. I do my best to be perfect every day, not for people, but for me, because I am my walking resume. I am my walking reputation. And there's one thing I know. My parents, they weren't young adults. They weren't young adults for me to grow up and be stupid. They weren't young adults who have no wisdom or anything like that. They were very much like in their late adult stage when they had me. Yes. So I did not grow up with giddy-headed parents. I did not. I did not grow up with giddy-headed parents. Sorry, not sorry. I have a very huge family. So calling me a pedo lover because I said Jay-Z did not commit a crime, and why is everyone going after Jay-Z when so many other names were mentioned in the same manner that Jay-Z's name was mentioned? That's common sense. That is common sense. And this is why I say many people, many innocent people, because I'm looking at the files and some people names were casually mentioned, and they're being looked at. Your name is on the Epstein file. Why is your name on the Epstein file? And no one is reading carefully to see what is being said and why is that person's name why was that person's name brought into the equation? And then the actual file where Jeffrey Epstein is having discussion saying this was there, that was there, that was there, that was there. And even when he says this was there, that was there, that was there, that was there, you can't say those people were there. They all committed crimes because he had people that were visiting him from the bank. He had people from the insurance company. We can't say they were involved and we can't say they weren't involved. But judging from what I'm reading, some people's names were just casually mentioned, and because their names were casually mentioned, and when I say casually, they never even visited the island. Jeffrey Epstein has stepped into the office and see someone and, that's the girl that works at that place, and, that's the young man that works there. Again, I'm going to say I'm not defending these people. But when I read and I look at what I'm reading, and I follow a lot of intelligent people on social media as well, even though intelligent people are also involved in those things. But I look at people who are coming forward with critical and analytical thinking, people who are reading and paying attention to the details. And many of them are seeing the same thing. A lot of innocent people's lives will be ruined because of this Epstein file, while the actual people on the list, the people who have committed crimes against other people, the little people, the ones who have paid, the transactions, how much was paid, the date when it was paid, and all of that information will never be handed to us. And that's where the pertinent details are at. That's where it's at. But we're not going to get it. So no, it's just sad to see. It's sad to see what is happening. It's extremely sad to see what is happening, because people are going after people whose names were casually mentioned, not visited the island, not, oh, we're friends, not he came here, not that's the flight, just casually mentioned. People who knew when money were being paid out, they were calling to see if they could get a payout too. I hope that one day, as I've said before, I'm going to say it again, I hope one day the actual file is released. And I think we may get the file one of these days, but I don't think it is anytime in the near future. I honestly don't think so.